everyone. Happy Memorial Day. My name is Portia, if you didn't already know. And this is, again, probably my third or fourth time doing a charcuterie class for Craig James Financial. And I'm so excited to be here again and just to have some fun time creating platters. My company, if you didn't know, is Pretty Platter Boxes. And I will also have a discount code at the end of this, but or I can give it to you now. I'll repeat it again. It'll be CJFSMM2022, not 2020. So CJFS22. CJFSMN22. Sorry.
One more time.
Right, one more time, everyone. CJFSMM22. So today we're going to be creating a charcuterie board that has a Memorial Day theme. We thought it would be a great or a fun idea to do since Memorial Day holiday is coming up, and it is a very dear holiday to all of us here at Craig James Financial Services. And let's kind of just get to it. You guys ready? All right. I know last time for Valentine's Day, we all had the Craig James Financial Board, so I thought it would be nice to, I can't get rid of mine, so we're using it again. And I want to start off with the usual, we start off large and then we go in small. And since it is Memorial Day themed, I thought it would be a great idea just to kind of be, instead of, I know most people do maybe like a flag or something like that, but I thought it would be more just my style to do something just keeping in terms of just like the colors of the American flag, which is red, white, and blue. So I have some pomegranate seeds, which, if you know me, I'm obsessed with. I have cherries, some fun blueberries here, and of course for reds we have the raspberries, we have the strawberries. I thought it would be fun to do like a blue cheese, and also some blackberries, even though they're not black, but they stain blue. And then I have some white cheddar, and that'll be for our whites, and also some brie. And you can't have a charcuterie board without charcuterie, so I have some salami slices here, and also a good number of pieces of prosciutto. All right, so here we go. So I like to kind of keep or saturate certain colors together. So I'll keep like my blues together, my reds. So let's start off, we're gonna go from the outside in. And I think we're gonna start off, we already have them on the board. So let's start off with these really juicy strawberries. And I always think it's great to kind of have a shape in mind when you're doing these. Even though it's a square or rectangle cutting board, I like to still make another shape inside of it. So I think I'm gonna go for maybe like a circle. So we're gonna keep all the strawberries together, and you just want to stack them up real nice. Makes it look cool. So I'm gonna try to escape. Everything's real luscious and juicy. It's a good time of year for them. Now we can start with we can get a cheese. White cheddar is always the easiest. And then remember, we're always working from the outside in. And nothing has to be perfect either. It's just kind of to kind of have an idea in your head of where you're going or where you want to be, just so there is some sense of like organization once people see it. It just looks a little more creative that way. So I think I'm going to bring that out a little bit more. I have one of my favorite blue cheeses. I'm gonna cheat and use the cutting knife. I have one of my favorite blue cheeses. It's called Pint Reyes. You can find this at Whole Foods. Is always my go-to for any cheese, produce. From just trying to cheat, you can really just put that right there. Easy, right? Don't have to stress yourself out. That's a few. And also a fun thing to do, or that I thought would be fun to do, would be to take, if you have brie or like a softer cheese that you can use, take the wheel of brie. It would be better to use like a cookie cutter, but I clearly like to do everything the hard way. So I use a paring knife and I cut out the shape of a star. So this is the wheel of brie. And I just went along, you take the sharper knife, and you just go in. You want to do this though, again, as if you ever watched one of my videos before, I will always say it's best to cut cheese when it's cold, freezing cold, or else it'll, you see how it kind of splits or crumbles on the edge. And you don't want that. You just go through. Again, this is the more difficult way to do it. The best and easiest way is just to use a cookie cutter that's the same size or a bit smaller than the wheel, and cut right through. So good. All right, now I am going to push it together. I don't want it to break apart. And then we're going to pull out that star shape. I like to do, the best way would be to push it all the way through, but again, since mine is already crumbly, I don't want to break the whole cheese apart. And I don't, because you don't lose the integrity of the shape of the cheese. Here we go. And now you see all that creaminess inside. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my pomegranate seeds and I'm going to put them right on top. And I'm going to make them, just to emphasize that star shape, I'm going to put them in there. Make sure you can see them in that. The shape of a star. Well, it doesn't look like a star yet. We can fix it. It's coming along. Can you see the star, guys? A little bit? Almost. Again, using a cookie cutter would have been better. I just did this with a paring knife. It's kind of coming out. Almost there.
Very good, coming together.
Okay. Yeah, the little star. Can you see? Perfect. All right. So the next time, now all we have to do is kind of just fill it out. I think we're good for the heavy lifting. The next piece I want to try, I like to go from the hardest to easiest. I should have started with the, but I kind of wanted to have a better idea of shape and the coloring. So now I'm going to take the prosciutto, which can come in packs. And they'll usually have a piece of wax paper to separate them, as you can see, to make it a bit easier. To make everything easier for your guest when they're coming in to take a piece, I like to just roll them into little grabbable. Just roll it up really quickly. See, easy. You just do a few of them on the board. I'll do it again. But it's pretty simple. Just take the back, the wax off. And just start to roll. Roll. The idea is always just to make things as easy for everyone as possible. You don't want people clumsily grabbing, dropping food. Because then they're not going to want to eat it. They're not going to want to come back anymore. This is actually 2 stuck on 1. See? So tricky. Easy. Just do it really quick. I like to fan them out. And this will be our last one. All right. Okay. So next we can move over, we can do the salami. I have some already pre-sliced, of course. Just have them roll out, and I like to make little, I call them rosettes. You can just fold them. Fold. Just fold over, and then fold again. And then you kind of, again, just have the idea of fanning them out as you're placing them. I'm trying to have a bit of a circular. And so there we go. We just have that and let that just wrap around the brie. Easy peasy. Okay, next, I think we can do some cherries. Season. We want it to be, I like everything to be nice and full, and to be jam-packed. Pack it all around. And then we can use the blueberries. These will go here just to contrast all the reds we have. Let's fill it in. Let's see. Perfect. And dribble on top. Maybe it's overfull. That's never a problem. Maybe a couple of blackberries just over here on the side. I love it. And last but not least, I always like to dribble a couple of pomegranate seeds on the blueberries just because the colors contrast so well. It's just those little finishing touches that just takes your charcuterie board to the next level. I just think it looks pretty. It's almost like jewelry for your board. Perfect. And keep that there. And last but not least, you always have to have, I don't like to include them in my board. I like my board to have all of the fruits and cheeses and I prefer to keep my crackers to the side if anyone wants, but they're definitely an essential part of charcuterie board. Can't have one without a crackers. Oh,
Should we have some questions? Want to go to camera one?
sure.
Just
Keep
keep
it
it
on.
on for a second. Take a break for a second. All right. Question number one is, do we have, what kind of cheese was it? The brown cheese? That's question number one.
The brown cheese is a brie.
What kind of brie is that, especially?
No, it's just a soft brie. It's not a favorite brand of mine, but I like to use, there's a triple cream brie that's really great. Craig will always speaks of that loves Saint Angel. That's his favorite brie. But yeah, it's not my favorite brand of brie, but there is
What is your favorite brand?
Cowgirl. It's a funny name, but it's called Cowgirl Creamery. They have a really great brie, and their wheels are a bit smaller, but it's thicker too. And it's amazing.
The next question we had in the chat room is that you're using salami and you're using prosciutto.
Yes.
Okay, is there different types of salami like Genoa or anything else that you prefer? Sweet versus hot?
Yes, there are versions of sweet versus hot. On my boards I always use a capicola. I usually use a sweet and hot version of that.
Gabagool.
Yes. I could never.
Capicola.
It's capicola. I can never pronounce it.
That's teasing, I'm teasing.
But the Alps make that's a brand that makes a really good version of salami and gabagool.
Gabagool. You also mentioned the blue cheese. One question was on the blue cheese. What's the name of the blue cheese again? So people can write it down. Is that one that you like?
Yes, I love it. It's called Pint Reyes, Reyes. And I think it's the best blue cheese that I've made out there. It's my favorite.
PINT REYES?
Yes.
Got it, thank you. Another question about the crackers. Do
Mm-hmm.
you do any boards where you incorporate your crackers into the board, or you like to let the food design the board?
I like the food to be the star. I always have the crackers on the side. I always include crackers. I think crackers are essential and a necessity, but I don't like them on my boards. And then too, they get soggy, and you want your crackers to be nice, fresh, and crisp. I just don't like them on my board either. I feel like more space for the food.
What do you say to people that drizzle honey or drizzle olive oil on their boards or anything? You think that's useful, or?
I think there's always fun ways to be creative with your boards, even if you want to use honey and use bits and pieces of honeycomb. Olives, I typically use on my boards, but it just didn't go with the color palette today, so we didn't use that. But I always have olives, and sometimes I have honey on the side. And one of these, I'll keep like the little jars. This is a jar of raspberry because it's red for today. But it'll be a jar of honey like that. Yeah, these are all great accoutrements to have.
And if people had more questions after the show?
If anyone has questions, you can, even if you would like to send me an email at Portia@craigjamesfinancial.com or PORTIA@craigjamesfinancial.com, or you can email me directly at Pretty Platter Boxes. It's hello@prettyplatterboxes.com. And again, just a reminder of that discount code is CJFSMM22.
Thank you so much, Portia. We're going to go back to the board. Anything else you'd like to show us on the board?
No, we can just take a final look at the board. These are the crackers that I typically like to use. They're nice and long. These are the vehicle to get all this goodness to your mouth. That's why I prefer plain crackers versus crackers with like sesame seeds or a lot of extra. I don't think the cracker is a stop for me. It's just not. They're literally a means to an end, and that's to get this food to my mouth. So, but yeah.
Are there any changes you would do if you wanted to do something different?
Probably have a cookie cutter.
Have a cookie cutter?
Yes. That would have been easier. Or cleaner too. But I am so glad everyone's able to come and join us again for our charcuterie class for Memorial Day themed. If you guys can, we love to see pictures of your boards when you're finished. Email them at Portia@craigjamesfinancial.com, or you can email Jenna or Craig. We all love to see them, and we can post them on our social media. But thanks again for coming. I love doing this for you guys. So the more you guys love it, the more I'll do them. Thanks so much, and have a great night, everyone.
Thank you.